All right, what's good, y'all? Your boy IronAngel here. This is not live. This is, yeah, I'm 6 hours late. But we got Omni-Man, and I'm pretty sure after the gameplay of Omni-Man, we're gonna see Tremor. And yeah, like I said, I'm late to it, so I want to get right to this information. See what we got with Omni-Man. I hope he has a little bit of a mix-up with his combos. He looks like a character that has a lot of mids and highs. Hopefully it's some overheads and lows we can work with here. I am looking forward to seeing Tremor as well, to see how this different variation cameo is going to work. And are we getting any information for season 2? So I'm skipping all this. This is one of the best parts of not doing it, reacting to it while it's live, is I can skip all this. But is there going to be any news on season 2? I was on Mortal Kombat earlier today, and I saw that season 1 is over in about 15 hours. So I'm pretty sure we should be getting some season 2 news right now. Actually, skip some more. You know what? They're going to have their little intro talk and all that stuff. Let's get right to the, I want the Omni-Man breakdowns. But yeah, I wonder, season 2, any news on that?
Quality of life for our players. One thing I'd like to add is that in the upcoming patch, we will be having 2 out of 3.
For Kombat League.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Oh, wait. 2 out of 3?
Life for our players. One thing I'd like to add is that in the upcoming patch, we will be having 2 out of 3.
For Kombat League.
Thank you.
Right.
I love that. So, yo, I was one of those people that wanted it to be best out of 3, not the first to 3. I just think those are too long, especially if you're playing against someone with terrible connection. I will say this, if you was given the option like Street Fighter to choose what connection you want to play with, I wouldn't mind the first to 3. But since we don't have that option yet, I'm pretty sure in the future we will, but since we don't have that option, I want to shorten these matches just in case it's somebody I have to deal with terrible connection. Let's make these matches a little faster. So yes, 2 out of 3, I love that. And actually, in rank, I love that in general. Like Street Fighter, the pace of these matches are great because it's 2 out of 3. So even if they give you the option what connection you want to play with, I still want it to be best out of 3. That's just my opinion. Everybody's different, and we can just agree to disagree. But 2 out of 3, I like that. Let me go back some. See what other news we got.
We're going to go through Omni-Man and Tremor later. So a couple things to talk about before we move on. We did have a patch just recently in the last couple of weeks where we added move tagging, which people have been requesting. The shrine now moves faster than it did.
Yeah, so they're between the times that you can pull to get another shrine item.
Right. And also, anything quality of life related like that, please, tweet at Mortal Kombat. We do read all of those things. Always looking to try to help improve the quality of life for our players. One thing I'd like to add is that in the upcoming patch, we will be having 2 out of 3.
For Kombat League.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
That's going to make me want
couple
to...
more matches in on your lunch break. Not as long, so 2 out of 3 is definitely coming.
Yes, that makes me want to go and play Kombat League.
What else? In the last patch, we had some character adjustments, things like that. Just a lot of quality of life things, and we'll be continuing to do that as we go forward.
As we will. Yes, of course.
Cool stuff.
Speaking of that sort of thing and quality of life,
yes.
Let's talk about Invasion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go.
We're doing that now?
Let's do it now.
So season 2.
Perfect. So, of course, season 2 overall is coming soon, right?
Action to be given to you.
That's for Kombat League, and that's for Invasions. For Invasions, we're introducing a new Mesa. Maybe we should just show that off real quick?
Let's see it in all its glory.
Okay, let's check it out. And it's Bloody Glory.
Oh, I remember that part in the story. Their designs on Invasions is really good. This is actually a mode I do enjoy. Some parts I do believe it drags. But if I play it early instead of rushing to get season 1 done, I think I would have had a better experience. But because I did it at the end of the season and try to rush to get it done, it didn't make it as fun because it felt like a drag. But overall, I think the mode is good. It's not great, but it's decent.
There's a new invading force this season, right? And so,
hopefully it gets better in time with
spoilers?
seasons.
It's Natara. Okay. Yeah. Blood. It's the season of the Blood Moon. And of course, these are just an example of some of the skins. These are the Kombat League skins that you're going to be able to obtain.
Is that Li Mei? That looks, yeah, so that's Natara, obviously in the middle. Astra, yeah, that looks like Li Mei. Oh, okay, all right. Li Mei is one of my mains, so it's kind of cool to see her in the front page here.
Yeah, they're very cool. And so we have bloody vampire versions of characters. And so you'll be collecting those skins and palettes through the new season of Invasions.
I will tell you, I play Invasions. If you want to get a lot of good skins, they give you a lot of rewards in that mode.
Gotcha.
And
I'll put it this way: there's a lot of good than bad when it comes to invasions. Outside of the armored enemies and how long it is sometimes, everything else is great in my opinion. So, the rewards are amazing. That's the best part of it, too.
We're bringing back
the view of everything and the rewards.
Other mesas, but there's new pathways. There's new opponents. There's new boss fights. There's new chests, new rewards. And so it's not the same experience that you had in Season 1.
All new clues.
All new clues for clue chests. Yes. There's a couple that are my favorite, but we'll see if people figure them out.
Yep.
But in addition to that, we have some quality of life updates and changes to Invasions.
Talk about it.
Well, let me grab my notes if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. So one of the first things that we're doing is we're taking super armor off of all opponents that are not bosses. And so only bosses will
Okay, that's a nice step forward. I was about to get really excited thinking it was going to take it off everybody. I was like, thank you. But bosses, understandable. It's understandable. Just not everybody. Let me go back to make sure I didn't miss anything. I was about to get really excited. That was my one of the number one things I hated was the armor.
Super armor off of all opponents that are not bosses. And so only bosses will have the super armor.
So step forward.
Elemental armor from like major bosses or from Talisman is now based on a number of hits. We've added a new progressive tower. So in Season 1, we had kind of like a challenge tower in the Gateway Mesa. So we're removing that, and for Season 2, we're adding what we call a progressive tower. It gets harder each time you beat it. And when I say harder, I mean it goes up levels. So it'll start at level 10 opponents, and then each time you beat it, it'll increase the level. And so it's the only content in Invasions that you can actually fight above level 30. And so we're kind of excited to see how far people can get this progressive tower.
And you can do it at different times in your run on Invasions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So like, play at 10, you play the 10 people, come back later.
Yeah, or you can complete the golden path and then just start at level 30 if that's what you want to do, right?
Lots of ways to do it.
And there's exclusive skins also attached to the progressive tower, too. Critical hits now all deal 3 times more damage and have a more impactful debuff too, which makes it kind of like the critical hits more noticeable and engaging. We've toned down some modifiers like auras and storms.
That's good.
You only get Talisman now.
I'm quiet here. I just want to hear that.
We're not just
the detail of Invasions
from fights and things like that, and they're all legendary, and so they're all very powerful Talisman. And some
me just talking now, I misheard about the Talisman. Hopefully you get less of that. They gave you way too much in Season 1.
We're not just rewarding them from fights and things like that, and they're all legendary. And so they're all very powerful.
So you get them from chests now. Okay, because there was them secret fights, bro. You kept getting Talisman. It was way too many. I always had to discard some.
I'm using in my playthrough right now. That's so awesome, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Right. And in addition to that, I don't know if people have noticed, but we've added the ability to run in the Halloween patch, but making navigation just faster, making that feel better as well.
I didn't know that.
Lowered the chances of ambushes, so that's rarely going to happen. For
Good. So well, you could tell recently that I didn't. If you saw my invasion content. The last 2 videos, I was rarely getting ambushed.
4 or 5 different characters.
Secret fights still came so many times, but besides that, the ambushes didn't.
Types in there and things like that too.
You have to be fighting the
entire roster, right? And then let's see, secret fight requirements are more difficult, so good luck finding those. And when a season ends, this is just kind of addressing some questions that we've had.
We've seen some things on Twitter.
Yeah, and so when a season ends, seasonal credits and crowns will reset, but coins do not. So
good.
When a new season begins, you'll still have the same amount of coins.
That's good.
The other currencies do reset.
So make sure you use them in the seasonal store.
Right, which brings me to my next point, which is the shrine. The Season 1 shrine items aren't going to go away. We're actually just going to be adding more items to it for Season 2.
That's good for those who didn't get the Season 1.
People that have a bank of coins, you can go to the shrine and you can just start getting all the Season 2 stuff that you want, that you're able to get once it begins.
So yeah, you're not missing out if you didn't finish the shrine.
Correct.
A lot of people have been asking that, so that's good knowledge. Good things to
and there's other little changes here and there. We've toned down some of the modifiers, things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Derek.
Of course.